Morgan, thank you for joining me. How you doing today, bro?
Yeah, all good, bro. Man.
Nice one. You too, man. So let's start from the very beginning. Why football? Because when you were younger, you was good at multiple sports. Played for Warwickshire, cricket. Your family and friends say that you're good at everything. Why was it football that you focused on?
I just think the love of the game. I think it's the first thing I probably shined to when I was younger. It's all I really knew, really. I think watching it, like studying the game, playing it, whether it be my dad or my brothers and stuff. So I think, yeah, that was always the one that I probably was always going to do. But yeah, when I was younger, I did loads of sports, did everything I could really when I was younger. But yeah, that was the one that I always wanted to do.
Do you ever get like inklings of maybe going back to another sport and playing that in your spare time?
Nah, too tired for that now. Yeah, no. Now my days are over of playing multiple sports. I just stick to one.
Fair enough. Okay, let's start from your youth career at West Brom, and then going on to making your pro debut for them. How was that experience for you?
Yeah, it was incredible. The academy there is really good. I enjoyed it. It's all I ever knew. From can't remember how old I was. Must have been 7, probably 6, 7 when I first probably went to 16, making my debut. I think that whole journey of that's where you want to get to. That's the goal. That's the ambition that you look at, and it just gets more realer and realer the closer you get. So yeah, that was a proud moment, and probably that will definitely be with me for the rest of my life.
I love that. And then you moved on to obviously Manchester City. Then you went on loan to Lincoln, Bournemouth, and Blackpool. How important would you say those periods were for your development as a player?
Yeah, they were massive. I think I spent 1 year at City with the 23s, and then I felt like I needed to play. I needed first team exposure. I know I was young, I was only 18, but I definitely needed it. I think just to get that win of games in that. When you're young, it doesn't matter, I suppose, what level you play at or what team as such, as long as you're getting games and minutes in and experience, that they're vital and they help you kick on and go to the next level, and that's what I did. And I think they were the best things for me. Not everything went perfect, but that's the whole part of it. That's the whole point. So yeah, they were massive for me.
You then went to Middlesbrough, obviously, and I feel like that's when your name started going around. Everyone's talking about your quality, your first team player. The fans were screaming your name as well. How good was that period for you?
Yeah, I think after being on 3 loans, I wanted to go to a club permanently and feel that love, feel that energy, and that fresh start. Really, I think that was the reason for it. The manager was a massive reason to why I went there, and that trust that he had in me and that belief he had in me allowed me to shine. And he stuck by me because at the start it was difficult. We went on a difficult run. I wasn't playing how I wanted to, how I knew I could, and having that manager, having the group of players that I did around me at that time was massive and vital for me. And towards the end, yeah, I was starting to see the player that I knew I could become in higher divisions, and yeah, that's part of football. I think taking that decision was massive for me at that time, and it was definitely needed. And yeah, that step I think was perfect for that time.
You then moved on to Aston Villa, obviously. That happened quite quickly after you joined Middlesbrough. When did you know about that, and how was that experience moving from that club? Did you ever feel like maybe it's too soon, or was it just perfect timing?
Out of nowhere, I'll be honest. We played him in the FA Cup. Jacob Ramsey, who I was good friends with before, phoned me after the game, just asking me weird questions, and I was a bit confused as to what was going on. I just...
Are you asking me these questions?
Yeah, like it was the last thing on my mind. I was just...
Yeah.
And then I was like, kind of thinking, where's he going with this on the phone? And then when he said, Villa want to get in contact with your agent and stuff, then I still thought, okay, they might be just saying some stuff, saying that they like me and whatnot, but we'll see for the future maybe. And then the days went on, and the realer it started to get, the more excited I started to get. But at the same time, I thought, I'm still a Middlesbrough player. Like, I love it here. Like, I loved Middlesbrough. I loved everything about it. The players, the manager. I do anything for that, and I was still playing games in the midst of it, and it was probably my best football, and I was just really enjoying football. But yeah, when it started getting realer and realer, I couldn't help but be excited because they were doing so well in the Premier League. It's such a big club. So the manager coming back home, everything just felt right. But at the same time, I had a job to do at Middlesbrough, and I was still trying to do that.
Was it that point that you said to yourself, okay, yeah, I've made it? Because like you said, you've had different experiences at different clubs on loan. You get signed for Manchester City at a young age. What point did you say, yeah, I'm here?
I don't know if I've still said that yet, because I think I've got so much more levels to get to, but in terms of that immense of proudness when I signed here, I think just, I'm a Premier League player now, like that probably was the bit where I'm like, yeah, I'm where I wanted to be in terms of, this is what I dreamt of playing in the Premier League, and I had the opportunity that the club have given me to play, so that was probably the moment where I looked back and thought, wow, it's taken a journey of playing for however many teams, but I'm finally here. But then you're on to the next goal, you're on to the next challenge. You don't just want to be here, I don't just want to participate here, I want to shine, I want to be the best that I can. So it's like a reset, I suppose, when you get to a checkpoint in your career, you like reset and then look at the new targets. Because when I went to Middlesbrough, my target was, I want to play in the Premier League. My next step to get to the Premier League, and when I got there, it's another step and then another target, and that's what I'm just going to keep doing. I'm going to keep pushing.
How important is it for your family to be a part of this process? I know that you go see your mum so often and your family as well. How is that?
It's nothing without my family. I share all the good times, all the bad times with them. They're the reason I'm here. They've done everything for me up until now, and they continue to do so every day. So yeah, I play not just for me, but for them as well. I think we're as a unit, we're together as a team, and my success is their success, and vice versa, and whatever way of life that they are and stuff like that. So yeah, they're massive for me. I'm a big family person. So yeah, especially being able to be home, being able to be around them, that just makes that extra more special.
I love that. And you've started the season really well. There's been a few quotes from some pundits. Jamie Redknapp said, "No, not many players your size possess the power, skill, and pace." Your fellow midfielder McGinn said, "It's a scary sight watching you play." How does it feel to hear that from people that have obviously played the game but and playing with you as well? Yeah,
no, hearing stuff like that from legends of the game that have achieved what they've achieved in their careers, it's nice to hear. You can't help but smile at compliments that you get given. So yeah, it's nice to hear it, but again, I've got to go and show it again and again. It's not just a one-off or just a one-time thing or a one-season thing or a 2-month thing. I want this to be consistent and the bare minimum that I deliver on the pitch every week.
You're one of the most picked midfielders on FPL. Obviously, good price. You know, you're playing consistently as well. But like you said, the goals haven't come as so. If I'm doing my wild card soon.
Okay.
Are the goals coming? Are the goals coming?
Yeah, I can feel like they're coming.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. You're going in.
I think yeah, if you stay consistent with me, I'll deliver.
Oh, I love that.
I think I've let people down in the first 3 games, but yeah, my time's coming, my floor is coming, I can feel it.
Do you get people messaging you?
Yeah, all the time. All the time. Yeah, I'll play well and I think, yeah, I've done well, and then people battering me saying I've got them 2 points because I've just played 90 minutes, and I'm like, yeah.
Do you think it's unfair that FPL doesn't give points for that?
Yeah, no, that's what I was talking to you about earlier. Like football, I think is so much reliant on stats these days. Where sometimes if you watch the game, and I don't care who scores. If we win the game and I played well, I'm happy. I go home happy. I don't think, oh, what if? So I kind of get it, and obviously I want to score and assist and be the man, but if someone else scores on the day and we win, I'm just as happy.
I love that. We have to touch on celebration as well when you do score. You spoke about it a lot. Your boy Cole Palmer, similar celebration. Have you had conversations around if someone can mix it up a little bit, maybe do a shiver and like a wave that makes it a bit different, or what? You're just going to still both claim it?
Yeah, we're both claiming it.
Yeah, I respect that.
But he knows where it came from. That's all I'm going to say. He knows exactly where it came from. But we've always been like that. Me and him will always do something that someone else has done, and that's what we do. And
your boys, man, it's
yeah. He's scored 30 goals. He can have that for now. I understand. I understand why people think it says he's doing what he's doing. But yeah, like to be a part of that and to know what that means, that I see that him do that every week. I'm just as happy as any other fan. So yeah. Happy for him.
I love that. Finally, let's end on something a bit fun. I don't know if you've seen the era of Barclaysman. Yeah, have you seen the hashtag?
I've seen this, yeah.
So obviously it's not players that are scoring the most goals.
Yeah.
Who would you say is someone that you look back at and you say, you know what, that guy was a baller, man?
Okay. One, Adel Taarabt. It's probably my favourite one.
Skillful, isn't it?
Yeah. Champ and Prem. Like Champ games would be on Sky Friday night or Monday night. QPR always on,
Yeah.
and he'd just do some of the maddest things I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And people like that, where you come back to about stats, that sometimes they're unappreciated. That's why they're in this category. But you need to appreciate people like that because, their level's unbelievable. Like, there's only things they can do with the football that you couldn't even imagine of doing. So.
Facts.
So yeah, I'd probably say him was the main one that I was growing up in the era that I started watching football and knowing it more. That's probably the one that I'd say that probably stood out for me.
That's a good shout. Right, Morgan, thank you so much for joining me.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
Good luck for the season, man.
Thank you.